Okay, so I'm Alison Lyon. I'm going to briefly talk to you about the Indie. When I took over as Indie editor, as it was called then in 2011, the Indie was a PDF newsletter which had various articles written by members, news of upcoming events, and useful information. And around that time, Liz Montgomery and her team were redesigning the web along with Leslie and a few others. And it was decided that at that point that rather than have a separate letter, we would put the content directly on the icg.co.uk. So over a couple of indies, we put the content online, mostly behind the opinions button and the news button. Um, starting, well, we also have recently launched something called the Indie Headlines once a month. And what that tries to do is round up all of the new content within the month, and that's sent to members as near the beginning of the month as we possibly can. And it just draws attention to new news items, new events coming up, any resources that have been loaded onto the knowledge section. The flags up the new members listing, which you can take a look at and see friends, colleagues, etc. who've joined. And if we have a new opinion, then it will showcase that too. The opinion is an interesting one. That's basically an individual ICG member putting forward a view on something, but usually from an indie's point of view. So it's a chance to raise and debate topics you're interested in or passionate about. We've had blogs on, well, it's essentially a blog, but we've had opinions on using established mum bloggers within the qualitative research mix. We've looked at Brazil, um, or more generally, we've looked at research in Latin America, etc. And it's just a chance for members to um, put forward a view on something they think other indies might be interested in. There's a potential there to get a wider audience thinking about these issues. And we have a program of social media and sharing, which I'll say a bit more about this later. We're currently working on extending that program. You'll get time what you've written and post it. With the end goal of helping you build your reputation to a wider audience. And as one of our recent bloggers commented, it can even lead to new business. As one of Kirsten's clients actually came through an opinion piece that she'd done. There's also the news section, which has reviews and news. Paul Hutchings recently went along to a conference in Brighton, the big conference, um, with a press pass, and he wrote up the event for us so that those of us that didn't get a chance to go there had an idea of what was being discussed and help us make our minds up whether we'll go there in the future. So be sure and let us know if you want us to publicise an event, if you're putting an event on or a gathering or a conference, particularly if there's an indie angle. And if you're interested in writing up a review of something, please get in touch. As this says, we're here to help disseminate information, reviews, and views. And if you are reading a news item, please notice in the top right-hand corner the sharing tools. There's a lovely view of the old pier, West Pier in Brighton here. If you just look on the right-hand side above that, you'll see things that you can share Paul's item via Facebook, Twitter, or any other social media that you use. Um, So basically, this is a call just to for you to get involved and contribute. We are looking at the social media strategy more broadly, and we are working to establish better links between the tools that we currently use to communicate. We have an active Twitter account. Arthur also has chair ICG, at the ICG chair. I think Arthur will pick me up on that and tell me what his username is on Twitter. We have a LinkedIn group. Obviously, there's the e-group and there's the content on the website. So we're looking just to make all of that content and all of those tools work more efficiently together, with the idea at the end of the day that members will be able to maximize the coverage that we can give them for their contribution. Um, so please do get in touch with your ideas. I'm Indy at theicg.co.uk. Thank you.